Hey guys, Thrift Store Dave here from my man cave. It's been only a little over a month since I've done my last recap video of items that I bought and sold, but it was a good December. I was motivated on multiple fronts. One was the pending change in taxation from the feds, where they're going to start to charge more taxes if you exceed 5 grand in sales a year instead of 20. So that motivated me to put more sales on last year. Simultaneously, I was asked by someone to help sell their Hot Wheels collection. And I also have been getting other items from that estate sale that pick that I got to do back in October, November. So had a lot of items that I sold. Let's go through them and I'll tell you what I made. All right, so let's start with this piece of jewelry that I found at my local thrift store. It's made by Trifari. It's an enamel and lucite pendant. It looked pretty old and unique when I looked for comps and couldn't find any. Very happy to turn this $4 piece into 25 bucks. As you know, I also dig in tie bins and pay $1 a piece for ties. When I find a couple of the same brand, I bundle them and I sell them for more. Paid $2, sold for 25. All right, a couple more jewelry bin finds I found. One was a $1 Rumors Ladies Christmas Tree watch. I held on to this, it took up no space, and when the season was right, sold it for a nice $16 profit. Also paid just $3 for a Scotty Dog brooch that was also made by Trifari, a desirable brand, and this one is specifically a desirable piece, so I made over a $20 profit on that. After that, I broke one of my own rules and bought something bulky, but this was in great shape. It was old. It was an old Helly Hansen winter coat from the 90s, so for $5 I knew I'd make money on it, and I ended up selling it for a $40 profit. After that, I've got an item that I found at the Dayton Bins. That was one of my videos when I visited Dayton, Ohio. I didn't pay much for this Christmas tree skirt, maybe $2. It was a quick $20 sale in the middle of holiday season. Next is one of my more unique purchases. I was inspired by Crow's Thrifty Finds, who's made money reselling adult diapers, and I found that to be the case also. Made a quick 20 bucks on these because the bag was sealed and intact. The age does not matter. Couple more tie sales. One was a Grinch stole Christmas tie that sold easily in the Christmas season. Paid $1 for it, sold it for 15. And then I bundled together a lot of Brooks Brothers ties. Paid $5 for those, but was able to sell a lot of them for $36. Okay, we're about a third of the way through the video. Thank you so much for watching so far. Please like the video if you do. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Shout out to one of my loyal watchers, Colin. Thank you so much for your loyalty in watching my videos. I hope you're learning as you watch what I'm putting out there. All right, let's do a few more items that I've sold. So I've mentioned in a few of my shorts that reselling kids' hockey equipment can actually be pretty lucrative because they sell it for very little at thrift stores and you can sell it for a lot more. I paid $2 for these, sold them for 22. Next, I've got a old Paul Revere ware copper tea kettle that I found at an estate sale. Paid just $1 for it, sold it for 20, was very happy with that margin. After that, I had a sealed board game that I found. I paid a little more than I wanted to at $10 for it at my thrift store, but I was still able to sell it for $25, a decent margin. But this is one I had to sit on a little longer to sell. Made better margin in a quicker sale on this vintage GE alarm clock. People still like them. They're comfortable with them. So if you can find one of these for $3 like I did, you'll sell them for $20 like I did. This next lot is a bunch of pinbacks that I put together over a period of time. I had a phase where I was buying tons of pinbacks, selling individual ones to make a profit, and then putting all the ones that I didn't think were as valuable or as easy to sell individually into a bag. When that bag got filled and I knew it could fill a flat rate box, I sold it and there was a bidding war. So stuff that I essentially had no money in that was pure profit sold for over $100. This next piece was really cool. I actually wanted to keep it because it looks really cool and vintage, but I honestly don't have a use for it. But distressed leather vintage briefcases are in demand right now. People want them. The inside was beautiful, so it was a very easy $30 profit. After that, I've got a couple of earrings that I found in a lot that I got from my friend Tom, who had sold me a bunch of watches, but also included some jewelry. And so this pair of Santa earrings were from like the 40s or 50s. Very uncommon. I figured someone would buy them and they eventually did. Nice $15 made there. These next two items I bought together at a thrift store that I'm starting to go to more often because I'm finding better finds there. They're both made by Aviator Nation. One was a really distressed t-shirt, but even that someone wanted to pay 25 bucks for. I had paid 9. Not great margins, but the hoodie I had great margins. I paid $14 for that. It wasn't in that bad a shape. It got a really good price, $78 for that. Very happy with my margins. All right, we're about 2/3 of the way through now. Again, hope you're picking up some interesting pointers on things I've sold. It's been kind of cool to sell hundreds of bucks worth of stuff in less time than I've done in the past. Here we go with the final 1/3. So continuing, this is a tie that I bought on shopgoodwill.com. There was a lot of ties that I bought for 23 bucks. So this one was probably about $2 that I paid for it, maybe a little more. Sold it for 20. After that, I've got a few items that I bought at the Goodwill bins. This was a pair of jeans that I only paid 2 bucks for, was able to sell them for a quick $20, so very easy profit there. Certain old books can also carry value, especially ones that are engineering related or kind of textbooks, but from the 60s, but a lot of the content is evergreen. People still buy them. So this again, I bought for 2 bucks and I sell for 20. There was a cool garage sale find I made this summer. I paid $1 for this Mardi Gras button-up dress shirt, and I knew I'd have to sit on it for a little bit, but sure enough, somebody bought it in advance of this upcoming Mardi Gras. After that, we've got a couple of watches. One is a face, one is a watch. Both are non-working, but are old enough and interesting enough and collectible enough that people bought them for parts. So between the Bulova and the Wittenauer broken watches from the same lot that I was basically already profitable on, I made 50 bucks more. Next, we've got a couple of lots of micromachines. These are still part of an original lot that I paid 13 bucks for the entire bag. They are the gift that keeps on giving. I was able to sell a small lot of motorcycles and then also a lot of collectible Lamborghini and Porsches. So the total I got for these two lots was 40 bucks. And again, remember, I paid 13 bucks for everything. I've probably gotten over 150 to 200 bucks for everything at this point. All right, 2 items left to discuss. Thank you so much for watching this far in. I was able to get this pin at the thrift store I like to go to. It was a Native American medicine wheel pin. So paid only $2 for it, but was able to get $20 for it. Lastly, I've got a bunch of leftover watches from garbage bins that I've bought, lots from my friend Tom, things that aren't worthless, but just may not be worth as much as selling individually. So I was able to unload the whole bunch as soon as I knew it would fill a box for $136. So it made all of the time and effort that I put in worth my while and gave me a little extra meat on the bone. Very happy for that. All right, so that wraps up this week's video. I've got my numbers tallied up and I spent a total of about $93 for all the items that you saw I sold. Sold them for $894, so that's an $800 profit in 1 month of sales, more or less. So very happy with the yield that I had. Kind of encouraged me and gave me the listing bug so I can keep listing in months to come. I have got a bunch of diverse kind of offshoots that I'm starting to do with videos. So there are my buy and sell videos. There are also my videos for Hot Wheels now that I'm selling. So take a look at those. If those are interesting to you, check out my eBay store. I'm continuing to post new items up at least a few days per week. Again, please like the video if you did and subscribe if you haven't so far. And yeah, I'll see you guys again next week. I'm Thrift Store Dave. Thanks for watching.